One of the cool things about having a gateway that has the ability to identify categories of websites is that we can set up additional controls based on those categories. So if Bob, the user, is going out to the internet, or any user on the inside for that matter, is going out, we can have our gateway enforce policy to either allow that traffic or deny that traffic or confirm with the user that they want to go to that site before allowing that traffic to continue. So as a starting point for this demonstration, I've got HTTPS inspection enabled on the gateway. I've also got the recommended profile associated with Firewall 1. And for our demonstration, let's do this. Let's confirm with the user based on a specific category of website whether or not that user wants to continue and that they understand and will abide by the company policies if they go to that site. And for this demonstration, let's use the category referring to search engines, which would include Bing and Google and other search engines that the user might want to access. And let's bring up a browser here on DCNUG, which is a client on the inside. And let's go out to Bing, bing.com, press enter, and sure enough, that works, no problem. And look at that. This is Magic Mountain Boulders, which is about 20 minutes south of Las Vegas. It's amazing. In any event, Bing works. So we'll go ahead and close the browser, and let's go back to Smart Console, and let's create a rule. And here, if we expand Rule 2, and let's scroll over to the right just a little bit for Rule 2, it's using an inline layer. If we click on the down arrow next to that, and then hover over inline layer, and then click on Edit Layer, I just want to confirm with you that this inline layer is supporting the functions of application and URL filtering. And that's important because that's the feature that we want to use. So let's go ahead and we'll click on Cancel to dismiss that. We'll scroll over to the left again. So we'll right click on Rule 2.1 and we'll add a new rule just above that by selecting New Rule and clicking on Above right here. And we'll name it No Search Sites. The flow has already been identified in the parent rule. We'll scroll over to the right. And here, under the Services and Applications column for this new rule, we'll click on the plus symbol to add a new item. Now from here, we could start typing in what we're looking for as far as the category for search engines, or we could use the funnel option over here to restrict the results to just categories. So if we click on the little funnel icon, so underneath categories, we have services, which can be further expanded, and then below that we have applications/categories. And if we click on just categories, that's going to give us just the categories here on the left-hand side. So if we use the search option, we could type in SEARCH, because that just so happens to be what we're looking for. And let's go ahead and double-click on search engines/portals, and that will add that as a site category in the services and applications column right here. And as we hover over that, it's showing us that it's going to be looking on these ports and protocols, looking for any sites that have been identified to fall into that category, like google.com, bing.com, etc. And as we go to the action column, we don't want to drop that traffic. We simply want to engage with the user before that traffic is allowed. So we can use the drop down here in the action column, and we can click on Inform, or if we want to get a user to confirm by putting a check in a checkbox, we can hover over Ask, and then we have a company policy little web page that'll come up, which will pop up and show them the details of that company policy object, which we can also edit so it says exactly what we want it to say. So we'll go ahead and choose company policy. And by default, it's going to be once a day, and it's also per application/site. So that way the user doesn't get bothered about this pop-up message every single time they go to the site during that day. And with that in place, we'll go ahead and click on Publish to release the lock. And then we'll go ahead and click on Install Policy, and click on Install one more time to push that out to the gateway. And now that that's pushed out, let's go ahead and hover near the bottom here. We'll grab the Chrome icon once again, and launch Chrome, and let's go to Bing, bing.com, press enter. And this message is coming up because this is coming from the little interactive web page that the gateway is providing to the user, or in this case, to us. So in a production environment, because we've trained our users never continue when you have a certificate error, we'd also want to go ahead and specify a certificate that our clients already trust, and that way they wouldn't get the error message regarding a bad certificate. For this demonstration, we're going to press forward. We'll click on Advanced, and click on Proceed. And now we have our message indicating, according to the company policy, access to Bing is intended for work-related use only, and we'll go ahead and put a check in that checkbox indicating that we'll only use it in accordance with company policy, and click on OK, and then it should continue to take us to the website we're going to. Now the cool thing, because we've already acknowledged that for the day, if we close this browser and launched it one more time, it's not going to bother asking us a second time because it's the same site and it's within one day. However, if we went to another site, let's open up another tab and go to google.com, press enter. Here we have a message regarding Google, and we can check the box here to confirm that we understand the company policy. Click on OK, and it'll continue to take us out to Google's website using HTTPS. In this nugget, we've taken a look at how we can implement categories of websites as part of our rules in a checkpoint environment. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.